Hey, what's going on, guys? Schwarzeneggermagic here. Right now I'm going to be showing you the tutorial explanation to my last card trick. Now, if you have not seen this, you can go ahead, click the link here. I know a lot of you guys like this trick. Got quite a few thumbs up. I like it myself. It's got a pretty cool ending. And what you can need for this trick is 4 aces and 2 jokers. Yeah, 2 jokers. You might be asking yourself, where's the second joker? And yes, guys, it is a gimmick card trick. Now, don't leave yet. Don't thumbs down the video. Alright, although it is, double stick tape is involved, it's not that bad. Alright, guys? Not much double stick tape is used, and it really, I think, is worth it. Alright? Some tricks are not worth using double stick tape and whatnot. You may be needing to do it on tons of cards and stuff. This you don't really use too much, and, well, let's get started. Basically, what you're going to do is take one of your jokers and any ace you want, doesn't matter, and just apply some double stick tape and stick them together. So right now, one side's an ace, the other side is a joker. The last thing you want to do is take a nice piece and put it right in the center. So right now, I have a piece of double stick tape right in the center of the joker. That way, it should stick, alright? So right there. Now you're pretty much ready to set up the trick. What you're going to do is place down 2 aces, any choice, your regular joker followed by a regular ace, and lastly, the last card you're going to put down is your gimmick card here. And just make sure your joker is face up, alright? And at this point, you just want to double check, make sure your kings have the heads the same way, alright? So the same heads, and at this point, your package should look like this, alright? Something like that. That should be an ace. The last card should be face up. All these cards should be face down. And from here, you're good to go. You're ready to start the trick. It's just a matter of everything you have to do. So let's get into that right now, alright? Okay, so at this point you have your cards ready. The basic thing you want to make to do first is to show the spectator that you have 4 cards and not 5, and also not Flash's gimmick, because it is easy. Alright, guys, it has 2 faces, alright, so it is easy, because this is all white, okay, so the slightest flash, it's pretty obvious, alright. So how do you do this? First off, don't rush, alright. Many people like to rush card tricks. Take it nice and slow, make sure you have a nice grip on the cards, and then you're just using your thumb, just slowly count off 4 cards. Once you have 4 cards, or 3 cards pushed off, I'm sorry, once you have those 3 cards, what you're going to do is insert your pinky here, and get a pinky break above 3 cards. So 3 cards, I'm going to insert my pinky, and now I have a pinky break right under those 3 cards. I now come over with my dominant hand, and I pick up that break, so I have 3 cards. I'm showing 3 cards as 1. Alright, so I'm showing a joker, really I have 3 cards here, alright. You say, okay, we have a joker, that's the top card, alright? Try to make sure you keep these packets square. I like to put my index finger, or my pointer finger here. That just keeps the packet square, alright, because you do have 3 cards, so you also want to add just a little bit of bend there. It'll just ensure that that they don't see the 3 cards, alright? So a little bit of bend will mask that, alright? Once you show that, you're going to put it back on top, you put a card down. They think it's a joker, it should be an ace, alright? If for some reason it's not, you may want to check your setup. Hopefully you didn't mess anything up, but you can go back if you want to check that. Now at this point, what I forgot to mention is you want to keep your break, alright? Right when you're putting that joker back, alright, you want to make sure your pinky is still here. Alright, so right now you've just shown the first card, you're going to make sure your pinky is still in position to keep a break. Alright, so you put it back, you still have that break, you put a card down. Obviously, you're not going to show them it's an ace. They still think it's a joker. Alright, you have your break still, you haven't left it. And now you have to do a double lift, but it's very simple since you already have the break. So you can just lift up that break and show it's a joker. Really, your next card is an ace. Alright, so you put that down as well. And once again, they do think these 2 are jokers. I'm just putting them face up so you can follow along. Now at this point, you have 3 leftover cards, alright? You want to get this into 2. This is what you're going to do. You're going to hold the packet just like at the beginning, nice and square, alright? You're going to push over the top card. You're going to flip that over, show it's a joker. Take your hand and just pivot it around and show it's a joker as well. Alright, now at this point, all you're going to do is stick these 2 jokers together. This should be easy since you do have a double stick tape piece right there. And at this point, you need to apply pressure, because the double stick tape will barely work if they're just kind of laid on there. And a lot of people on YouTube like to add too much pressure. They make it too obvious, something like that. So I found this very cool way. right now you may not think I'm adding pressure. You might realize it, but I am. A lot of people think it's with your thumb, but actually I do it from the bottom. You see, I have my pointer finger hair. It's actually curled in. And because it's curled in, I'm applying pressure from the bottom of the pack rather than from the top, alright? It's less noticeable, alright? Now, if I were to just to have my thumb off to the side, the cards kind of bend when I add pressure, alright? And to make sure the cards don't bend, I add my thumb to the top there, and when I push, I'm pushing with my pointer finger here, and when I push, the card should stick, and, well, I'm good to go. Now it looks like I have 2 cards. Now, once you have stuck the cards, you're going to have to turn the ace here upside down, alright? So you have just this, and you move the cards around and whatnot. Now, here's what you want to make sure you do. You kind of want to make it look a little secretive. Turn it over, okay, because they do think this is a joker, so you're not going to want to flash that. You want to turn it over, and then you mix around the cards, and at this point, what I like to do is you can make even a little betting game. You can say, okay, I bet you $20, or do like $2, that you can't point to a joker. They're going to be like, okay, well, they're all jokers, and you show they are all the aces. Alright, guys, so that is pretty much how the trick works. It's not too difficult, alright, it's pretty basic, and your first reactions that you're going to get to this trick are, wow, that was absolutely amazing. How did you do that? And also, can I examine those cards? Can I look at those? That was pretty cool. Can I look at them? And right now I'm just going to go over, because a lot of people struggle with this, how to react to both of those questions. So let's get into that for the last wrap-up, alright? So one of the first reactions you're going to get to this trick is, how did you do that? That was absolutely amazing. Can you please tell me how that's done? Now, there's a couple funny ways, but, you know, I've just always wanted to share this really funny way, this really funny reaction I like to give. If they're actually serious about how this is done, sometimes normally they're just, you know, very surprised with the ending, and they're like, wow, that was crazy, how'd you do that? And they're not really serious about it. You can just keep going with your trick, and don't even bother with them, alright? But if they're actually serious, alright, you mess with them a little bit, alright? You play a little game. You say, alright, you really want to know how this is done? They say, yeah, are you kidding? Come on, come on. And you say, alright, but you gotta promise me you can keep a secret. They'll be like, yeah, sure, just tell me, come on. And they say, yeah, I can keep a secret. And you say, well, so can I. They always get a little laugh, a little chuckle, alright? They don't take it serious. At least none of my spectators have, alright? And that's just my way of reacting to if someone's actually serious about it. Normally they're not, alright? Because normally you show an amazing trick, they're like, wow, that was absolutely amazing. How did you do that? Alright, they're not actually serious. They want to learn a 5-minute tutorial as to how it's done and whatnot, alright? So I like to joke with them, mess a little with, and normally they get a little chuckle out of it. And just keep going with your tricks, alright? So that's how I react to it. I'm sure you guys have other ways. You can leave them in the comments. And now I just want to quickly go over what to do when someone asks to see the playing cards. Because obviously you have a gimmick, and that could be a little difficult. So let's get into that. So if someone says, can I examine those cards? That was a great trick. Can I examine those? Alright, now obviously you can't, because you have this card right here, which is a good old gimmick card. So obviously showing them a card, or showing them the cards, well, it's not practical. You can't really do it. Now, I'm going to just tell you a couple things you can do to maybe help them not realize there's a gimmick. And first off is, sure, you can show them your aces, you can show them one joker, but when it comes to that gimmick, you're a little bit in a little jam, alright? Now, the first thing you don't want to do is just be stunned. They ask you, how can I see those cards? And you just kind of freeze. You stop everything you're doing. You stare at them. They can see you're scared, and they pretty much get the hint. Yeah, okay, there has to be something a little tricky with that trick. So obviously I can't see the cards. That's the first thing you don't want to do. You don't want to panic. Okay, a lot of people just panic. Relax, all right? Relax, all right? Someone says, can I see those cards? The best thing to do is just ignore it, alright? Just say, okay, now we're going to show you a trick. I'm going to use a whole deck of cards, and let's start this, alright? So, right when I'm done with this trick, just put them in your pocket, take out another deck of cards, and begin a second trick. A lot of people want to listen to the spectators. Don't listen to them, alright? They could be haters. Might love your tricks. And if they see, can I see those cards? I just don't listen to them. You just, pick up your cards, take out a full deck, all right, and start your next trick, all right, because what I would do is say, all right, that was a trick, and people are going to be like, wow, and some people are going to say, how'd you do that? Some people are like, can I see those cards? You just pick them up, put them in your pocket, and you say, okay, now I'm going to show you another trick with a full deck of cards, and for this, pick a card, prediction, whatever you want to do, all right? The last thing you want to do is panic. You don't want to listen to them, all right? You're the person in charge. You take control, and the main thing is just keep going, all right? You don't freeze. Don't just stop everything you're doing, all right? Now, the one other thing I wanted to mention was double stick tape. Some people might even notice the gimmick. You want to minimize that as much as you can, and what you can do is apply more double stick tape or whatever is needed. So basically, you have this gimmick right here. So you have double face card. You want to make sure that double face card is very well stuck. You can see I've tried to minimize it as much as I could, so there's not really space in between these. Okay, you can't see. So basically, what I've done is just applied a little bit of extra double stick tape. If you have double stick tape near you, I would recommend doing that, just because you're going to have 3 cards stuck together in the end. So it can be noticeable, and the spectator might notice it. That way, if you have the cards tighter together, it's going to look more like 1 card instead of 3. All right, so it'll lessen your chances of them noticing it. All right. Second of all, if you have this packet in your pocket, most likely this double stick tape on the Joker is going to get ruined, alright? If you're fiddling with them, you've done this trick a couple times, double stick tape gets pretty worn out, pretty fast, alright? I've done this a couple times, and I have to say this double stick tape is very weak. If you were just to tab your thumb over it, it gets very weak, alright? Dirt gets on it and whatnot, and because of this, you want to make sure you're reapplying it, especially if you're doing it a couple times in a row, just so the stick, when you stick the Joker face to face like that, alright, it just sticks better, and it's less noticeable, alright? Now, this won't stop spectators from asking, can I see the cards, but it will stop them from hopefully noticing the gimmick, because if someone has seen card tricks in their day, they might be looking for that gimmick you just finished, alright, they're saying, alright, there's got to be a gimmick or something, and if you can minimize that as much as possible, you're good to go. They might say, wow, that was amazing, I don't see a gimmick there, and you might be off the hook, alright? So obviously it's not going to stop them from asking you how the trick is done, and once again, if they do, don't panic. Just ignore them and say, alright, now I want to show you another trick. If you're on the street, what I would recommend is be like David Blaine. What he would do is you show him the trick, you say thank you for your time, you pick up your cards, and you leave them. They're starstruck, and they just think about it for the rest of the day. They're like, wow, that was absolutely amazing. They look on YouTube how to do a trick and whatnot, but they can't find it, alright? So that is pretty much how I would react to them, alright? Pretty much have a second trick planned, alright? Be ready, maybe with a prediction trick or whatnot, alright? Just don't stand there and be a little confused, and you're just not prepared, alright? So I hope those tips were helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Once again, if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click here just so you're notified when my tricks are out. And that's it. And as always, remember, I'll be back.